reporting for TTNHD Production Live here at the Two Roads Theater in Studio City with producer-director Hebron Simckes-Joffe. How did you get into the entertainment business?
I got into the entertainment business initially as a playwright. When I was actually a child, I wrote a play called The End, which was adapted from a poem that I wrote. I used to write dialogue poetry before I knew what were acceptable forms of poetry. I invented one, which was dialogue. And I took a poem, made it a play, and it won a festival at Yale, and they put it on when I was entering high school. That's how I started, and then from there it sort of led to the dream of going to film school. So, and then I went to NYU to Tisch, where I studied film and TV, and worked on some features after that, primarily as a production mixer, and then went back to school to Chapman to study directing, and along the way studied at a couple of other institutions, and now I'm directing and producing toward a series of hopefully feature films.
And you started Black Sheep Entertainment?
I didn't start Black Sheep Entertainment. Black Sheep Entertainment approached me after I had some success with a film I made titled Six Gun. It was a short that I directed and cast. It was starring Ben Morrison, the co-star of Punk'd, and Sarah Agor, who was from Scream Queens, and Danny Marco was in it. She was once in Saturday Night Live, and I think in a lot of other things, and a bunch of other people. And that film went to Comic-Con last year and went to Holly Shorts and a couple of others. And then I think from that, somehow the actress Sarah got me in touch with Black Sheep, and we started talking, and we're going to make a film titled Cold Call, which is a comedy sort of like Workaholics meets Something About Mary.
And that's a feature film?
That's a feature film.
And do you have other features in development as well?
I'm putting together a slate of films. I'm talking with a couple of co-production companies, Black Sheep Entertainment, and a couple of others, and we're putting together a slate of films. So I don't know exactly what to say about that, except that I have sort of acquired a couple of investors who are very serious, and in fact tomorrow we're probably going to have a very important meeting that will solidify how many films in the slate will get made, but it'll probably be at least 3.
Great. And what advice would you give to upcoming filmmakers?
Well, I am a beginning filmmaker, I guess, certainly as a director, and I suppose my advice would be, I guess the hardest thing is to try to forget the image being imposed upon you and try to project your image upon whatever image people want it to be. And so in a certain sense, it's the shortest distance is the hardest one, which is just to be where you are. And so I think to a certain extent meditation, and to a certain extent both inner reflection but also in the context of reality. And I think sometimes in this world there's a lot of seems like we're heading in the direction of logic in the but with no context. And I think it's not just to search for yourself, but yourself in the context of the film industry or reality, what you live in. So I know that's maybe a little philosophical, maybe, but so I guess I've never attended any event by David Lynch, but he's an idol of mine, and I think I heard that he did some transcendental meditation with a group of students at NYU actually, and I think that's actually probably more helpful than almost anything, to be able to meditate and before you make a film or before you start a career. There are 2 films in particular that are really exciting right now that I'm involved in. One is called After the Storm, written by Cole Wiley, directed also by Cole Wiley, and I'll be hopefully co-producing that one. And Spike Lee is a mentor for the project, and it It won an award that put on by BHT and HBO, and also the final draft 50-minute screenplay contest, and Spike Lee production grant. So hopefully that's going to be our first film. Hopefully that'll be my first feature as just a producer or co-producer. And then the other one is, and this could be a little way down the road, but it's called The Braille Method, written by an author named Jamie King, and I'm very excited about that. It's sort of like, kind of like The Whackness, but it's with a neo-noir twist to it. So.
Oh, congratulations! That's very exciting. And what's the best place to check out your work online? www.dumplinghouseproductions.com. We're in a couple of weeks. It will be formed, but I have a sort of right now. There's a site there that it'll what's it called? It'll forward the site to the other one for the time being. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Hebron, and best of luck with your upcoming films and your future projects.
Thank you so much, Katie.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for TTN HD Production Live.